Hello everyone, Autumn Breeze again. Sorry, I recently got out of the shower. Second part of the Q&A. And yeah, sorry, we are kinda having a storm outside at the moment, so you're gonna hear that in the background. Anyway, time to get down to part 2. And Fluttershy fan 3030 asks, I'm curious, what gave you the idea to turn yourself into 3 different ponies? In A Fall in Me, the one whose name I can't say properly, Fluttershy in Fluttershy Flutter Guy, and Scootaloo in that story I'm Stuck as a Flightless Pony. Do you have any pointers for me to set my story mindset like that? Well, okay, I'm gonna correct you on a few things there. You kinda messed up that I did not write In the Fall in Me. That is not my story, that is someone else's. I know what you're referring to, though. An apple far from the tree. Or at least I think that's the one you're talking about. But in answer, I kind of wrote the answer a little, so I can read that a bit. Well, the idea for Fluttershy Flutter Guy was inspired by a Rainbow Dash fic, where a guy named Marcus was turned into Dash while still being on Earth, because John Delancey and Discord were trying to cause utter chaos by bringing 2 worlds together. I can't remember the name, but it's in my favorites if you want to go read that. And as for Scootaloo, after Matt11 pointed out that Scoots and Cadence had the same eyes, I decided to write a fic where they were mother and daughter, and realized I could expand more with a human fused with Scootaloo fic. As for the latter part of what you want to know, well, that's a little tricky to explain, since I sort of already did a few times, just not all with ponies. In several non-pony fics that will never get published on fanfiction.net, because I gave up on them, where I did something similar. I even have 3 original stories, although lately they're possibly turning into 1 at the moment. By writing in first person, and actually imagining myself as that character, I'm able to get into the mind of the character by imagining exactly how I would react personally in that situation. And that's what I would suggest. Think clearly about how you yourself would feel, really feel, about such a thing happening to you, and you should be golden. Okay, next. Draknor. I think that's the way it's pronounced. What are your plans on continuing Fluttershy's Fall? I intend to finish all my fics. It just takes a really long time, and over the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to get back into the mindset for my original stories. Because those aren't pony at all. In fact, they've barely anything to do with pony. You would get a few somewhat references to My Little Pony in that, but that's by pure coincidence, because I originally designed the characters for those stories well before Hasbro released FIM, or at the very least, before I ever knew of FIM, so chances... Yeah, it's a weird coincidence that I've written a few blogs about that on FinFiction as well. You can go check it out there. Okay. Golden Flare asks, what do you like to do in your free time? These days, it's either watch YouTube or TV shows. I've lately or listening to fanfic readings. I I recently started watching a lot of Yellow Productions videos for Japan because, as I mentioned in my last Q&A, my dad and I plan on going there in the next 5 years. So, knowing about as much as I can about Japan from those is a better thing to do than to just go in blind. Anyway, I've sadly not been reading too many fan fictions lately. I just don't find the time to be able to get into reading them at the moment. Though I do intend to get back to them, because otherwise they're just going to pile up even more than they already do. Okay, Happy Moon Plays asks, I know it's not finished yet, but can I make a sequel to Twilight's Twin Light that takes place in Season 7, with Ken included, but with the addition of and from the POV of my OC? I have so many ideas. I wouldn't be objective to that, but at the same time, I would not expect that to go very well. It's an interesting idea you had there, but at the same time, a lot of people might get angry at you. I'm just gonna say that, and you would be following me in terms of actually following the story. I would not change anything in my story to match something from yours at all. Sorry, but that's the way it is. I'm not objective to this idea of yours, but at the same time, just be wary that not all people may agree with it. I'll certainly give it a read, because I'll honestly be curious to see what you do. Just remember to be open-minded about how everyone is likely to react to that. Oh, whoops. Okay, N asks, I've got a question. Why are you celebrating the fact that 100 people are internet stalking you? 2, fave pony of all time. I kind of touched on that in the last video. Choose one. A, an actual life. B, the ability to write and perfect any chapter of any story you've written in an hour. C, free cake for life. D, an expensive car. E, all the above in brackets. Well, of course I'm going to choose E. What kind of person wouldn't choose E? Although if I had to choose just one of those, I'd probably just go with a happy life, to be honest. A happy life is what everyone wants. Okay. Creativa Artley asks, 1, what's your favorite color? 2, who's your favorite of the main 6 of the princesses? Okay. My favorite color... This does not hold any bearing on my favorite of the main 6 at all. It is purple. My favorite of the main 6 is Applejack, followed shortly after by Twilight. I've always seen Applejack as my favorite of the main 6, with Twilight following right after, and it's going to stay that way. Despite the way that the show is making it far too easy for people to make the joke of her being a background pony. Ugh, sick of that. As for my favorite princess, used to be Twilight. Used to be Twilight. But now it's Flurry Heart. Yay. I like Flurry Heart, she is so cute. What the? Oh, wrong button. Right. Jody Ella asks, what do you think Thorax's bear form is bigger than the bears in the show? Is it? Or are you asking if I think that is? I'd have to check again, but yeah, I'm not really sure about that, to be honest. I'll have to look back into that. I might put that in the description once I actually figure it out. And that seems to be all the questions that I actually got. Well then, that's it for the Q&A for my 100 sub special, which is way more than 100 subs now. I don't remember how many subs I have anymore. I haven't checked. Although I did recently get a sub today. Very nice. Thank you for that. As for anything else, yeah, I guess that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this little insight into my life in regards to answering these questions. So, hope you're having a beautiful day, night, whatever. You can clearly tell you're having a better night than us. Here in Australia, in our area at the moment, we got this nasty thunderstorm you've been hearing in the background. And, yeah. That's all I can think of. I'll be trying to release something else very special in, around next year. A vlog about my time in Japan back in 2012. That was a fun time, and while it won't be as big as other people's stuff, because I literally am only going to be using my phone and showing you stuff, souvenirs and whatnot from Japan, I will do that, and I look forward to it. I honestly enjoy talking about my Japan stuff. And, so, hope you're having a good day, night, whatever. Until next time, later, everypony. Oh, and, just for the record, I'll be uploading this, 2 days after I finish this. It's Thursday night right now, where I am, but I won't be uploading this till sometime on Saturday, because I gotta do something tomorrow in regards to my workplace, and I'll go down to the library so I can upload this and put the thumbnail where it should be on this video tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Saturday. Ugh. Oh, I need sleep. And it's not even 8 o'clock yet. Oh, boy. Or, yeah, it's not even 8. It's, oh. Okay, I'm gonna stop now before I keep rambling. Good night. Have a wonderful time wherever you are, day, night, whatever. And until next time, later, everybody.